AM.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people never say we are march up the dance. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it dark. Shine your lights on.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people never say we are march up the dance. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it dark. Shine your lights on.
Your lifestyle approved retirement scheme.
It's a beautiful day. Sky falls, you feel like it's a beautiful day. To let it get away on the road. But you've got no destination in the mind. In a maze of her imagination.
It's a beautiful day. Hey, 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 hey. That's how you start a beautiful day.
Oh, yes.
You hear the voice there?
Hear the voice, man.
Good morning, sunrise. It's the news girlies in the building again.
Back again.
Back at it. Hi, Amoy.
Hi, TK.
Welcome
How
back
you
to the
doing?
Welcome back to the kitchen.
Oh, thank you. How you doing,
I'm
girl?
gonna really have no A little breakfast to offer
No
you.
little
You see,
something,
but
no little,
you
no
don't
little,
drink a little tea, man.
no little dumpling and
Yeah,
ackee and salt,
okay,
fish
no-
or a little
okay.
liver, no little, nothing for wet up my mouth in the morning, yeah?
Not even a little bread and butter, my friend. But you know, that's you're still welcome.
I'm still happy to be here.
How was the weekend?
Oh, it was good, restful, peaceful.
Ooh, look at you.
Yes, I wish weekends were more like 4 days.
My
And
wouldn't
we
say
get, we
three
get
now.
paid for part of it.
And a 3 day. I'm going to ask her now. She said she wants a 4-day weekend.
Yeah, I'm ambitious like that in a
Well,
TK.
you know what? Ambition is what gets you going. But you know what I did over the weekend? And it was so lovely. I went and saw the university singers perform at the Philip Sherlock Center up at UWI.
Ooh.
It was magnificent.
Ooh.
University singers, you did that.
Did that?
It was
They did a big
awesome.
one.
Sir Halliburton, who is the artistic director, oh, so good. Everything about it
I
was
love
good.
that.
You have a
Absolutely.
go.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have to
try.
take in.
When's the next one?
Yeah, you know, I should have should have had that prepared.
Talk to me out here.
Hopefully they have another show over the weekend or
Yes.
something. But oh yeah, I know it was last weekend. Hopefully they have another one over the weekend. But if they do, you have to go.
Okay.
Especially
All right, yes.
as a singer.
Yeah.
As a singer yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It will
Singers
help
have to be our own
to
singers.
hone your arm.
I know,
you know?
that's right.
Although, you know, I'm sure that there are some of us today who are saying, why them so quirky? They don't say on Monday, people.
Don't they?
Come on. We're bringing the energy for the
and
Monday.
a sleep, but we get over the weekend, man, TK.
Okay, we you say. I never got
never
much.
say-
No,
really?
no. I went
I
to
like
a
the
birthday
feel.
party last night. That's you know, when you tell yourself you're going to leave early, and it don't really work out as planned.
Okay.
I didn't leave
Oh,
as
so you
early.
got gallivant and carry
I
on.
lollygagged.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's
That's
a little
actually good.
lollygagging.
That's good. You're living your life, and as you
have
should.
to, have
Yes,
to.
absolutely. Love
Can't
that.
just lock up in the house, people.
Can't lock up in the house. You have no furniture. Get a curtain.
You're not curtain. But we have, of course, an awesome show for you. And just to give you some, you know, a little info, because, you know, it's not just fun and games here. We have to teach you too. So, ready? Did you know that in this day in Jamaican history, which is today in 1978, Bob Marley received the UN Peace Medal. Reggae icon Bob Marley was awarded the United Nations Peace Medal of the Third World in New York City, and this honored his efforts to end political violence in Jamaica, famously highlighted by bringing rival political leaders together on stage to shake hands at the One Love Peace concert in Kingston. So that happened in 1978 on this day.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, man,
Big up Bob Marley.
Big up Bob Marley.
Big up Bob Marley.
And remember that he went on stage after having been attacked and shot and whatever beforehand. So Bob Marley, icon, legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
What else? What else is happening today? I have to go and teach the people them, you know.
All right, so you want some more?
Yeah.
What you doing right now? You're watching TV. Well, did you know that in 1959 of today, it was the launch of the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation? Let me tell you, any young person here, if you hear anybody say, oh yeah man, I used to watch JBC,
You know, say them.
you
up there.
automatically
They're
know
up there in the age.
that person is over 40 years old. All right? Just know that. So it was spearheaded by Premier Norman Manley, and the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation, or JBC, was officially launched. It was established to shift the focus toward local Jamaican culture and provide a homegrown alternative to the foreign-controlled radio stations of the era. So JBC started on this very day in 1958.
And JBC paved the way for other stations like CVM.
Absolutely.
So big up JBC too.
Big up to JBC.
Big up JBC.
And you know, we kind of take it for granted now. It's easy to take it for granted. I can't blame us. But there was a time when seeing people like us on something on an official screen or listening to voices like ours in our you know, whether it's patois or just a Jamaican accent, was unheard of in radio, you know. And so these things really paved the way to have people who look like you and people who sound like you representing you on a platform like this.
Yeah.
Them things there was unheard unheard of.
I know, yes. And it feels good to be able to look back at how much media has evolved over the years, because where we are now, a couple decades ago, we would not have imagined ever being here, like you said a while ago. So, yeah, I think it's an absolutely good feeling, and today is a good day to be a media practitioner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take it. What else is happening?
All right, so trending topics. What's going on in the world? So, TK, Jamaican referee O'Shane Nation has made his FIFA World Cup debut.
Ooh.
So, serving as the fourth official in the Switzerland versus Qatar match, it was a proud moment for Jamaican football to represent the island on the sport's biggest stage. So, congrats to O'Shane Nation on this outstanding achievement and milestone in his officiating career.
You know, the team wasn't on the field.
We'll have somebody there.
Represent
Jamaica, yes.
Somebody. and I love that, especially again, having a Jamaican in a capacity like that years ago was unheard of. And so it really just goes to show that how far we've come, where we're coming from. And so kudos for representing us, and I'm sure representing us well on the field.
Big up O'Shane, wherever in the world there. Well, we know spot him there. Whatever you're doing right now, O'Shane, big up yourself.
I hope it's getting the rest.
All right, so there's more happening in the, the trending media, social media space. So apparently, Elon Musk has now become the first trillionaire globally. So he's the first person in history to surpass a net worth of $1 trillion following the record-setting IPO of SpaceX. The company is said to have raised $75 billion in what is being hailed as the largest IPO ever, boosting the value of Musk's stake in SpaceX to an estimated $690 billion. Now, combined with his holdings in Tesla and other ventures, his total fortune is now estimated at approximately $1.1 trillion. Elon, wala na masung kami no. Mega be the second trillionaire no. Tell him that, TK. Yeah, don't it? Absolutely. Wala na Elon, masung kam join you. Somebody get some water for TK.
Trillion with a T.
With a T, not a B or an M.
That's insane to me. That's insane to me. I can't wrap my brain around $1 trillion US. I would love to know. I'm going to Google how much that is in Jamaican dollars and get back to you.
I'm just curious. Go up and Google quick and fast.
I don't know. When I hear these things, I don't know. I feel so torn. Really? Because on the one hand, it's like, of course, if you work hard, you're supposed to make your money and but on another hand, I'm like, we are doing $1 trillion. Do you know how many issues? Do you know how many global issues you could literally sprinkle your money? You won't even feel the impact. No, I know that it's not $1 trillion cash. It's not like it's liquid. I get that. Yeah. But even if you just sprinkle $1 billion here and $1 billion there, and it could literally revolutionize the entire world. Yes. And you still can take your jet and your yacht and you can still go to the best schools and you can still travel the world. And you know what I mean? And I'm torn when I hear things like that. I always feel like maybe I'm too nice, but I just feel like if you give it some, man.
No, man, I agree. Actually, I agree. Like, if God bless you a certain way, bless others. I think so, because there are people out here who are in desperate situations, dire situation, and again, could I use even a little $100, $500 way, no, not to shake you. So, I mean, of course, when I am blessed with the trillion, with the trill, I'll be giving back weekly, daily,
and you'll remember your fellow news anchors,
of course,
right here at CVM.
I got you
with your trills.
Yes,
I don't need no whole heap, a milli, which is nothing.
I add an extra $1 million to that. 2 million.
People, you heard it here first. When we announce that Amoy Harriet is the newest trillionaire, you know that I am the newest 2 millionaire. Okay? That is what's up. But of course, again, we are just celebrating that it's Monday. We're celebrating a new week. We're celebrating that we're in this beautiful month. And we're celebrating you, those of you celebrating a birthday. And if you are celebrating a birthday, guess who you're celebrating a birthday with? If you celebrated yesterday, you shared a birthday with Protege. Protege's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, belated to you. Yeah, man. Sending you a ton of love, a ton of light, a ton of success.
Yes.
And of course, as we know, Protege, of course, is an artist. He has amazing music.
Hits after hits.
Hit after hit after hit. And if you say, Protege, I'm not familiar, listen, go and go check him out. For your
This is Protege.
You have me running?
Yeah.
She didn't know to tell him she was in love with a Rasta man. Oh no, shut up. Happy nice. Oh, whoops. Big up Kimali Marley. That is totally Protege. Yeah, no. They're in my ear like, that's not Protege. I'm like, that is Protege. I know that. Protege is...
not that part.
Yeah, but the same song.
Same song.
Also sending birthdays. Got a nod on me.
Control.
Also sending birthday greetings to the beautiful, the talented, the lovely, the mother of the nation, the international superstar, the iconic Tammy Mitchell. Happy birthday to you belatedly. That was yesterday. So we love you. We miss you so. Tammy, we miss you so much. I miss you. And we're supporting you in everything that you do, sending you tons and tons of love as always.
Yes. Pick up yourself, Tammy. We do miss you. We love you. Sending virtual hugs. And I say, come a CVM, man. You know,
Go and receive the love in person.
Which is right.
And of course,
Tammy and Protege are birthday twins.
Yes, for yesterday. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Stay with us for an amazing show. We dedicate the show to all the birthday celebrants. And we also dedicate this Monday Motivational Pocket of Sunrise for you. Stay and watch.
And if you feel congratulations, at least it shows that you tried. The plant would have never burn up if it never did a fry. So it's either next time you use next aisle, or maybe turn down the stove because the flame too high, or work on your timing and turn them on time, or try a new pot or a new stove. Just try. And not everybody are lucky enough for your pass under the mango tree right as the mango drop. Some of you have to go build a stick and put a hook on that. Some of you have to go learn to climb the tree. Some man have to drop out, some man have to pop. Some man have to go plant a mango seed and water that till it start be a crop. But from you determine you're a band fighter until you get a mango, you're not going to stop. And just remember, you can't learn how to drive a car or park. So don't waste time in a life and wait for the perfect start. You see, the day you realize that each morning is a day less above grass, and the day you have to realize how life's short. Yes, sir.
Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. Save up to 20% of your income tax deferred. The time by Sagicor Life is
6:15.
In need of a loan? AIM Financial is the place to go. We have loans from $20,000 to $3.3 million. Get a loan to pay school or college tuition, medical expenses, bills, fix up your house, buy furniture and appliances, repair or buy a car. And when you're done, take a vacation loan. AIM has a loan for any purpose. Call AIM today. You won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Everybody want to see a country right now.
One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work.
That one name CSP.
The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan? What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan? What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Back Sunrisers, the time now is 6:21 a.m., which means it's time for the headlines with the one and only headliner TK.
Hey,
what's going on in the news?
Good morning again, and of course, good morning to our YouTubers right over there in YouTube land.
YouTube land.
We see you. All right, now, let me tell you what's happening in the headline. So 148 Heart NSTA Trust trainees certified as roof repair specialists. Some 148 young Jamaicans have been trained and certified as roof repair specialists under the Heart NSTA Trust's Building Resilience and Inspiring Development through Guided Experience, or BRIDGE program. Now, developed in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, the apprenticeship-based initiative enabled participants to gain practical experience while assisting with the repair of damaged homes across Western parishes. Deputy Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, Dr. Cheryl McLaughlin, noted that the program targeted young people on the construction track whose communities and institutions were impacted by the storm. They were drawn from several campuses, including Seaford Town and Petersfield in Westmoreland and Newport in Manchester. She noted that apprenticeship-style programs allow trainees to learn more effectively by applying their knowledge in practical settings while making tangible contributions to their communities.
I absolutely love that. And it's timely because still we're seeing a lot of persons, a lot of Jamaicans in Western Jamaica right now, or Western parishes, that they're not fully recovered. Their homes haven't fully, been restored or fixed back. So it's good to see that we are able to help each other, because this is a form of helping each other. Each one help one. So we have a one young man who knows to build a roof and he might help somebody in Western Jamaica. So I absolutely love this. I think it's necessary.
I love the win-win nature of it.
Yes.
Because the truth of the matter is that there's one thing about learning from a book and learning from hearing from somebody and learning from watching a video of it being done. And then there's a completely different thing when you can take your two-hand them and put into practice what you've learned. And so to be able to get that practical experience while still helping the community, while still helping the government, while still helping, you know what I mean? It really is something that, and then can teach others to do it. There's so much spin-off positive that I think that this is a brilliant initiative, and I'm looking forward to it really spreading and just being great. It's unfortunate that there was a hurricane that they're practicing because of, but I know, but it happened, and so here's a way that we can get around it. So kudos to those big up persons, big up heart, and big up to the young people them fixing those roofs and those other structures, right? All right, so next up, Area 4 Police ramps up operations under Iron Shield initiative. The Area 4 Police is ramping up its presence across all 5 divisions over the next 2 months under its new Iron Shield initiative. Area 4 Commander Assistant Commissioner of Police, ACP Michael Phipps, he stated that the 60-day operation will see divisional commanders implementing crime reduction strategies targeted at the top 6 crime hotspots in each division. He also noted that they're going to use focused deterrent strategies where they target the wanted persons, the suspects, and the high-risk targets with revamped policing efforts. Iron Shield follows the recent rollout of another initiative dubbed Operation Blade, which focuses on intercepting illegal firearms, where they seek to target all the persons who go around the corporate area with offensive weapons. ACP Phipps noted that in line with its crime prevention focus, the Area 4 Police will be relaunching several of its neighborhood watch programs while continuing to engage at-risk youth as well.
Shout out to JCA for that. They've been doing a fairly good job in terms of trying to maintain that reduction that we saw in murders last year. So, and I don't think we talk enough about how difficult their jobs actually are. I mean, we see the negative, and of course we have to acknowledge whenever, something bad or something, without having to speak too much. Yeah, right. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that these are men and women, sometimes our cousins, sometimes our neighbor, sometimes our uncle, who are going out there each day, putting their lives on the line for our safety, for our protection. So big up to JCF.
Yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. There's this balance of acknowledgement with accountability, because you do have to keep them accountable, but you also have to acknowledge, A, it's a tough job, and B, it's a job that many of us are not willing to do. I know. And there are resources issues, there's, staffing issues, there's all these issues that plague so many industries as well. But what I love the fact that, as you said, there's a focus on, maintaining that reduction in crime that we've been reporting on and that we're all so grateful for as a nation. But there's also the caution of, you're going into these communities and yes, you're putting in these preventative measures, but how is it being done? Is it being done properly? Is it being done fairly? Is it being done legally? Is it being done with respect to the community? But then you can't have too much respect, because then you can let people go accidentally. And let me tell you something,
it is a difficult job.
God bless the JCF, because it aren't going to be me. I don't know. I really and truly don't know how they do it. But
they're doing it. And
kudos to the teams and hopefully all the community members as well. Let's support them. The good apples helping to get out the bad apples.
Absolutely.
Right?
Love that. All right, so thank you so much, Teeks, for the headlines. Coming up next, we head over to the money side for Money Masterclass. I love them conversation here, money. Brought to you by Guardian Life with Carlton G. Stewart. Stay with us. It's still sunrise.
Money, 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 money.
Money.
What a guan? That a guan, pa. What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey there, Sunrisers. Thanks so much for staying with Amoy and myself right here on Sunrise. Now, from tapping your debit card at the supermarket to paying a vendor with a quick scan of a QR code, digital payments are becoming more common in Jamaica. But are we truly ready to become a cashless society? This morning on Money Masterclass, brought to you by Guardian Life, we're exploring Jamaica's journey toward digital payments and what it could mean for consumers, businesses, and the wider economy. While cash remains king for many transactions, growing demand for convenience, speed, and security is pushing more businesses to embrace digital payment options. Sir Carlton is going to take us through and tell us what we need to know. Good morning, Carlton.
Good morning. How are you both doing, ladies?
Excellent.
One are looking lovely.
As are you.
Easy yourself, Namar. Amor, welcome to class.
Thank you. First time, but I'm excited. We love them conversation here.
Yeah, money. I love money. It's a natural thing.
Yes.
But this morning we are discussing, is Jamaica going cashless, one, and are we ready to embrace such a state of cashlessness, if that's even a word, this morning? And let's jump into it.
Yeah.
So the question that we're asking, is Jamaica going cashless? I'm asking that question, and my answer is no.
Okay.
We're not going cashless, and that's based on what we have heard our Prime Minister saying, or the governors, etc. That's not the aim of going cashless. The focus is really a more digital economy where there are options for consumers and businesses to actually pay. That's the overall objective at this point in time. But they're encouraging cards and mobile wallets. You're encouraging online banking, point-of-sale transactions. Digital transformation is the order of the day at this point in time. But I want to ask the question, do you think that there are any countries right now that are currently cashless? No, they don't take cash, not at all. Do you think that there are any that currently exists? No, you know?
I don't think so. I know that there are many transactions you can do without cash. But I don't think there's a truly cashless. There's just no cash on the country.
Correct.
Yeah.
So there's no country currently that is totally cashless.
Okay.
You have some countries that are close to being cashless, meaning that you don't have a need to operate with cash, but you still have persons that want to feel the paper in their hand. They want to feel the coin. They're still old school enough. So you have countries like Sweden, Norway, Finland, Singapore, and China, which are the major countries right now that are close to being cashless, but they are still not cashless. And these are supposedly all first world kind of countries. Jamaica being an emerging economy, obviously we are not at a point where we are going to go cashless any at all. But we want to get to a point where you have those convenience of going and use your card and not have to worry if I pop down. But I want to look at what does cashless really and truly means. That most transactions are electronically, most of them, not all of them. Businesses start refusing cash. So if that is happening, you know we're moving into a cashless society. The physical cash is rarely ever used, and consumers' primary mode of payment is digital. We're not there because we still got a shop to take out the money and the cash. We are still there, and I'm foreseeing us still being there for a little while. Maybe when I'm and grandmother was still there. We don't even know yet. Young. But is Jamaica ready for any of this, any at all? Let's look at what is currently happening in Jamaica now. I'll start with the cons first and close up with something good. So the cons. People remain unbanked in Jamaica and underbanked. That's just the average truth. And what's happening? You have many Jamaicans who are still not trusting our financial institutions. So they choose not to bank. They still have the money under their mattress. They still throw the pride now within the community. They are still doing those things. They are not trusting our banking system. So that remains a major challenge why it is that we're not able to go cashless. Which is why many entities, even where I currently work right now, you are pushing the agenda to get persons to utilize cashless option, digital option, because we need to get there where it is that you have the option. Number two, internet problem in Jamaica, not normal something. You can't work from home in peace consistently. And I know one of our networkers said they're now above 4G. They're above 4G. I won't say they're how much G is now. But even so, I use their service at home, and on a given month, I am positive I am without internet for at least 2 days. I am positive. Last month, I was out there about 3 days. Me have to call, what's happening? And sometimes not, maybe no fault of theirs. Sometimes you have theft of the cables, etc. But for the most part, I know many Jamaicans have a challenge with connectivity. I don't know, maybe you guys are down.
Tired for your second machine down, internet now work. Tired for
or even if you a loss of electricity oftentimes results in a loss of the internet as well. So it's
so imagine you're cashless now, you don't have a payment option and on the internet. That mess up at this point in time.
Every time like gone, you're broke.
You have nothing to do exactly more. So we are still heavily relying on cash here in Jamaica, and that's just the average truth. That's just the truth right there. And security concerns, fraud concerns is big here in Jamaica. That scamming mindset is still a big thing that we sometimes encourage, and we don't realize the impact it's having on us as a country here. So these are some things that are against this cashlessness here in Jamaica. But what's going good? There are some things that are still going good here. So you have high smartphone penetration right now. So a lot of persons now are more using smartphones than 15, 20 years ago, right? That's a step in the right direction. You have a growing online banking usage. Many persons I know now that have a bank account, they prefer to go digital now. You're transferring online, you're paying your bills online now. Time gone by, we know the line up here, Master. See we are? One. I'll move up two. Them days they're done.
I take ticket.
You take ticket and sit down at JPS for how long? And never see you sit down. I remember those days. But that is a thing of the past. So many of us now, because we have now embraced this, right? We're looking at strong ATM usage. I'm not saying strong ATM dependence, because sometimes it's now. But we prefer to do that than go into the bank to draw cash. So people are more comfortable now. We're more comfortable using our point of sale. We go to the supermarket, you prefer swipe your card, tap your card, insert your card, more than taking out cash now. So we have that mindset now where we're doing that. And more persons are more comfortable now going online. So not that we're using it more, but we're even a little bit more comfortable now than we were before. So we're heading in the right direction, but we're not there as yet. But a lot of business, they are pushing it. Yeah, they are pushing, except the Chinese man that will tell us if they use a credit card, much charge 3%. That was strike on this. Stop it this morning. But it lowers their cash handling costs because cash is expensive here in Jamaica. From taking the cash to banking the cash to couriering the cash out of business incur a lot of cost dealing with cash. So they push digital ways. It's a faster transaction used digitally, but most importantly, it increases sales. It is easier to sell you 3 shoes using your card than sell 3 shoes using cash. Yes, I don't have my cash.
I don't have enough cash for
I just she showed, yeah, me card. She just tap the card, you go online. So many companies are pushing this because it actually increases sales. And it works with women more than men. Because we don't really have to do something there, but when I swipe, TK you swipe. You're swiping.
Especially anyway, stop. Anyway, decline.
But it is convenient for consumers, the speed of transaction, and we now have access to financial services online that 10 years ago we did not have that. But what Jamaica needs to do at this point in time, where we are now, what do we need to do to advance this agenda even a little bit more? Let's look into it. Number one, we need to improve financial literacy, which is why I love Money Masterclass, and I love sometimes the things that I do to push financial literacy. We need to have that done here in Jamaica a little bit more, yeah? So that is one thing that we have to focus on, and especially on the digital side, to push that even more. Number two is to expand merchant acceptance. A lot of places are still not accepting cards. I go to some places at Crossroads to use it like a wholesale sometimes. We only want chipless card right now. I say, sir, I must say one bank alone use chipless card. Get with the program. So that is still encouraging cash usage because I can't bother. So let's work with cash because some people are just not accepting it. Number three, to strengthen our cyber security here in Jamaica. It's a major challenge. It's a major concern. Many people now do it because we're just afraid the money just disappear out of the account. And lastly, we need to have proper connectivity. So I speak with our service providers. Let me get please just work it through.
Say it to the chest,
may I ask you please? But the challenge you know, is sometimes our own Jamaicans, they are thief the wires, they are stealing the cables, and Jamaica stop. Just stop for me, please. Sometimes we're the weapon that form against ourselves in advancing anything proper for ourselves and for our country. So we need to get these things done, but we have a part to play as we move Jamaica to a more digital kind of economy that comes onto our money, because it is coming. Something we're eyed, it's coming.
Carlton, my question is, what is the benefit to us as consumers for having a cashless society? Why is there a goal of advancing this agenda?
Well, remember how we describe cashless, we're eliminating cash. There will be cash, but digital options for payment. And I list some of the reasons here, but as the consumer,
meaning that it's more so for convenience for us and lessen the cost for the business.
Convenience and security purposes, TK, from a cash standpoint. So it's a little bit easier to walk around with $1 million on your card than $1 million in cash. Or $2 million in cash, for example.
Or $1 trillion.
So would it be more expensive for us as consumers using the digital means as opposed to cash? Because, for example, you go swipe a card anyway, they might charge you one like a
But when you swipe, because the machine to pull the cash as well, you're being charged.
So we really, I mean, I know there's a saying you pay for convenience, and we're okay with paying for convenience. But at the end of the day, I mean, I think I know the answer to this question, but would it be costing us more if we're supposed to shift to that digital?
I don't think so, because I look at the value of my time. For me to stand in the line, for example, at the tax office to go and pay a bill, I pay $30. The hour I spend at the tax office, I could be doing something more productive with my 1 hour. So we need to look at it in that perspective, or through that lens, what we can do with our time when we shift to more convenience and start making money a little bit better. Use the time wisely.
I just want to say, tax administration in Jamaica, they've been doing fantastic work
I think so.
reducing the time that people are in for their transactions. So, you know, that's a big one.
Outer businesses are improving on this. Absolutely love that.
Yes, I agree. So thank you so very much. That's all the time we have this morning. And if you need anything from a financial standpoint, you know where to find me. It's Carlton G. Stew on all platforms. And buy the book. Buy a copy of the book, Let's Talk Money Kids. Wonderful.
Guys, I saw Carlton G. Stew in the prompter earlier, and I say, look, I said them like a typo, them left off the art off him last name. So me go jump past the Carlton G. Stewart, because I don't know him name, but apparently that them call him Carlton G. Stew. Pick up your Carlton G. Stew.
On all platforms.
Carlton G. Stew on all platforms. Pick up yourself. Well, that is all the time we have for Money Masterclass, brought to you by Guardian Life. Now we're taking a quick break, but when we return, we'll connect with the diaspora and meet the woman behind a beauty brand that's championing inclusivity and empowering women of color. Stay with us on Sunrise.
Bring back the fun
of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Supercenter has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
Tell me, what make you feel good? Is it the sunshine on your face or a fresh, healthy start to your day? Start it right with Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flakes. Choose your vibe. Oats and rice, plain or with cranberries and raisins. Wheat oat and rice, plain or with blueberries. Get yours today. Sunshine Cereal's Feel Good Multigrain Flakes. Feel good, live good, taste good.
Enjoy peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned money is protected by the JDIC. That's right, the JDIC through the Deposit Insurance Scheme guarantees up to $1.2 million of your deposits in commercial banks, merchant banks, and building societies. This means your deposits, such as your savings and checking accounts, are covered. Rest easy knowing that your deposits are secure. Your deposits always protected. For more information, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JDICJAM or visit our website at www.jdic.org.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. From a simple idea to building an internationally recognized cosmetic brand, our next guest has created products that celebrate beauty, diversity, and representation. Joining us live via Zoom is founder of Taj Cosmetics, June Smith, to share her entrepreneurial journey and what's next for the growing brand. Good morning, June. June, are you hearing us? Top of the morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you. I'm good.
June, it's so good to have you. Where exactly are you logging in from right now?
I am in Durham, which is Whitby, just east of Toronto.
Oh, Canada. All right. Hey, June.
Sorry.
In Canada. All right. Got you. Now, Jude, for those of us who don't, I want to kind of get into, who you are, a little bit about your journey, when you left Jamaica and stuff like that. But before that, when Amoy was introducing you, she mentioned Taj Cosmetics. Tell me a little bit about your brand, how you got into it, what type of products you offer. Just give me a little synopsis on Taj Cosmetics.
Oh, okay. So my name is June Smith, and I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, Rockfort. I'm from the Windward Road area, and attended Camperdown High School. And I migrated to Canada in 1988, just a little before Gilbert. And so I came to Canada and I got into the banking industry. I worked there for 18 years. And before, I left the bank, I left in 2015, but in 2008, I visited Jamaica, but I had developed corn before that. So that's how it all started. I developed corn on my feet from just friction. I went to an interview, and the shoes that I was wearing, I don't wear pantyhose. And so the shoes that I was wearing cost my my feet kept going down, sliding down in the shoe because I wasn't wearing, I don't know if it's because I wasn't wearing the pantyhose or what, but the friction, because of the friction, and that's what caused corn. It's not that you wear shoes like Stitches says, because you wear shoes that's not your size. That's not always the truth. Anywhere there's, friction and where you carry weight, that can cause corn. So you have people that it's called callus anyway. So that's on the toes, they call it corn. And so I developed the friction on my toes, blistered, became the corn. And for the longest time I had it. But it really came to me when I have a cousin. She was probably about 16, 17 at the time. She visited from Jamaica. And the first thing she wanted was to go to Payless shoes. She wanted wide width shoes. And I'm thinking she's so young and to be suffering from this callus, and it kind of have something to do with your self-confidence. And that night I came up with this thought. I look into it. I'm like, I'm just lying there thinking about the whole thing. And why is there a concealer for the face? You have all these nice things for the finger, but there's nothing for the feet. And so I got up and I started doing my research and, started looking into how do I develop this product? How do I, bring this to life, move it from an idea and bring it, and so that's what I did. And I, contacted a manufacturer, signed our papers because you always have to sign that non-disclosure. And we signed our paper, and over 6 month time after testing and, I started wearing it. I didn't tell anyone. I started doing it. And when I was afraid to expose my toes, I didn't wear, flip-flops. I didn't wear sandals, none of that. And so, I discreetly started wearing the corn concealer, and I realized that, oh my God, I could come to Jamaica. I could wear my open toe sandals. I could go to the beach. I didn't have to worry about finding the shoe polish or the other concealers that I was wearing, because this actually matches your skin tone. It lasts for 24 hours and it's waterproof. And that's how I started. And, getting my name out there was hard. Getting my name out there was very hard because, nobody knew who June Smith was. Nobody knew who Taj Cosmetic was. And Taj actually came from, I used my 3 boys' name, Tyler, Andre, Javar, and my name is June. So everybody know about the Taj, T-A-J, Taj Mahal. So you can't have that as you can't have that as a business name unless you change something. So I add my J to it. So that's how we came up with Taj Cosmetics. And, little by little, people, one of the hardest things is when you go out and to show your feet, people don't really like to show their feet. So it was kind of hard. You get insults, but you kind of still take them and you move with it and you kind of introduce to it and put yourself out there, go to these shows and show up. And that's what I've done over the years, is just show up, because I believed that there's so many women out there that suffers from corn like myself, and that I wanted to know about this product. And that's how it all started. My first trip to the International Beauty Show in New Jersey was when it all started. I met a lot of people there, people that showed interest in the product. And one of the lady that was visiting, she was actually doing, she had her products there displaying, and she literally take my photos and started putting them on Instagram. And then I got invited to the UK because I was nominated for Entrepreneur Award. So, that's how it all started. And
wait, hold on, June, let me jump in and ask you, you were nominated for an award. So you are an award-winning brand? Tell me a little bit about some of those accolades and awards that maybe you've received over the years.
Okay, so the first one, I actually joined a Black business group, and within a few months, I was one of the top 50 fabulous women entrepreneur, and that was from Black Businesswoman Online by LaShonda Henry. She actually created that group, I think in 2010, 2008, 9, I think the time is, I don't remember. And then in 2011, after women who, that I would introduce the product to, they actually wanted to use it on their face. Mm-hmm. And if it's made for the feet, you can't use it on your face because of the different ingredients that's used. And so I went back to my manufacturer And, like me, couldn't find the shade for my face. I couldn't find the right foundation. I was always told that I was just this shade, And so we created and developed our foundation. That's how we started after the corn concealer, was a foundation and the lipsticks. Once I did the 5th The Fabulous Entrepreneur, I got invited to the UK, nominated for the Business Entrepreneur Awards. And then it just started going. I was one of the top 100 Black women to watch in Canada. I was By Blacks. There's a Black group over here. They are amazing, called By Blacks. And they support Black women. They support Black businesses through and through in Canada. And so I was nominated for that awards and I won. And that said year, City TV, which is one of Canada's television station, they had a Black History Month, and my products were shown as the Black Canadian brand.
So speaking of your products, June, you mentioned earlier the corn concealer, which that one they grabbed me. I've never heard of that before.
I'm telling you.
Never.
I'm telling you.
But you also spoke about your foundation and your lipsticks. Do you have any other products? And also, what would you say set your products, what you say set Taj Cosmetics apart from the 50, 100 million cosmetic brands that we have in the industry right now?
You have to have a niche. You have to solve a problem. And that's when I'm asked a question about, how did I get into the cosmetic industry? I got in there because of a product. The product solved a problem. They are almost, I would say probably 7 out of 10 Black women does have corn. And it's callus. And the difference is a lot of women, Caucasian women, also have corn on their toes. The difference is that their callus does not show. It's not distinct as ours, right? Ours will show because of the complexion of her skin. So it's very distinct. You can see it. So solve a problem. And then once you solve the problem, then you will, like I said, I got into the foundation because I couldn't find anything that would match my skin tone. And so I developed a dual powder and foundation, which is this one here. This is our dual powder and foundation. I don't like concealers, liquid concealer, and that is my preference for my brand. Because, too much of everything, and we actually have to take care of our own skin. Everything that we do have to take care of our natural given beauty. And so we'd have the dual powder and foundation that you can wet the sponge and you put it on as a concealer, but you also can use it as a powder. So we have a 2-in-1.
So June, let me just ask you real quick. So you went from banking to beauty. You started on the toes, you've gone then to the face and then to the lips, and you've expanded. What's next for Taj Cosmetics? Ideally, what's the vision?
My vision for Taj Cosmetic is for women all over. Like you just said a while ago, you never knew about the corn concealer, never heard of it. So that's what we want, is for women to know, just like me that was afraid to show my toes. We say expose your toes. You can expose your toes. You use a corn concealer and it will give you that confidence, a step to perfection. So there's a lot of women who don't know about it. So this is what I'm excited about, is for women to know that, you can put those fancy stilettos on and slippers and sandals. You can go to the beach. When I used to go to the beach and I get out of the water, my callus would be white and I would keep my toes in the sand, hiding my feet before I get to my room to use that, that foundation, concealer to put on my toes. I don't have to do that anymore. So this is my vision, is that I want women all over to know that there is a product, there's a solution for your problem.
Speaking of women all over, just before you go, June, for those of us in Jamaica, if we want to buy your products, how can we get access to them?
Just go online to Taj Cosmetics, and we ship international.
TajCosmetics.com, TAJJ
yes,
Cosmetics. Okay.
And we will be, so if you're in Jamaica, we will be at JIBE. I will be getting the Lifetime Achievement Awards at the Jamaica International Beauty Expo. I'm excited about that.
That's amazing.
So yes, so you can go online and order.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Love that.
Congratulations. And let me tell you something. Me not shame to say it. May I pick up one of my toe concealer them. I love the concept. I love the idea. And I mean, in this day and age when, you know, your toes are looked at, let's keep it real.
Cameraman when you're on TV and they want to zoom in
toes
foot and them thing there.
Yes. And it will help you to be even more confident. I think it's brilliant. And I'm glad that you took it to market.
And we are proud of you. We are proud of the work that you are doing as a Jamaican. All right, so our guest has been June Smith, and we're talking to her in the month of June. And she is the founder of Taj Cosmetics. Now, we're heading to the break now, and when we come back, TK will have your morning news. We'll be right back.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Right now. One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work.
That one that name CSP.
The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
What a guan? What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
What a guan? What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVMTV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
police station in St. James is dead from what investigators believe may be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Constable Mikhail Francis was reportedly on duty at the station Saturday morning. Information reaching our newsroom indicates that shortly after 8 o'clock, the young officer walked to the rear section of the police compound. Moments later, fellow officers reportedly heard a loud explosion. The policemen and women on duty reportedly rushed to investigate and discovered Constable Francis suffering from a gunshot wound. He was taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he was pronounced dead. The incident has sent shockwaves through the police division, especially as sources indicate the constable had been on duty the night before. Reports further suggest that prior to the incident, a person of interest had been taken into custody after allegedly being held while driving the officer's motor vehicle. The circumstances surrounding the constable's death remain under investigation, and the detectives assigned to the Montego Bay Criminal Investigations Branch are now working to determine exactly what transpired. While Jamaica has recorded a decline in murders this year, advocates say violence against women remains a national crisis. The issue again came into focus following the suspected murder-suicide of a Manchester woman whose body was found in St. Elizabeth on Thursday of last week. Executive Director of Eve for Life, Joy Crawford, says the country must treat intimate partner violence as a serious threat to national development.
And so while we are making efforts to protect our women, we have not been doing enough to look at the emotional well-being and skills of our men and our boys, their health-seeking behaviors as far as it concerns mental health. We don't have enough variation of sessions. We don't have enough civil society organization like E4Life, for example, receiving funding, receiving support to create the safe spaces, to create the healthy escape spaces that women need.
We go to sports now. Let's head over to the world of football, where the games are delivering drama, goals, and plenty of talking points. CVM sports reporter Kimani O'Sullivan joins us now with the latest. Good morning, Kimani.
Good morning, TK. Thanks for having me on once again.
Always, especially at this time, Kimani, we need to hear from you. So it seems the tournament has been picking up pace over the weekend. Tell me which results caught your eye.
Well, TK, the first one that comes to mind is definitely our Caribbean neighbors, Curacao. Many of us would remember Curacao preventing Jamaica from getting to another World Cup. But nonetheless, we can support our Caribbean neighbors going toe-to-toe with a Germany team that was looking to make a statement. And boy, did they make a statement. But from a Curacao standpoint, TK, it's important to remember this is the smallest nation to ever qualify for a World Cup. And they had the opportunity to dream. And the reason I say dream is because when Germany went up 1-0 in that game and Curacao was able to equalize, I'm sure the stadium and those Curacao fans that made the trip felt euphoria like no other, because they had a chance to dream, to believe that their team could possibly pull off an upset. And we've seen upsets already over the weekend, namely Australia knocking off Turkey. Turkey is a premier European nation in football, of course, and it just goes to show this is what the World Cup can produce. You think about Qatar and Switzerland. Switzerland had majority of the possession. They had all of the expectancy on their shoulders to knock off a Qatar handily. So the fact that Qatar could have equalized in the last minute, the World Cup drama is just beginning. And I must make mention of Japan. Not only because Japan drew with the Netherlands 2-2, but when you think from a Jamaican perspective, and I can't help it, we defeated Japan in 1998 to get our first ever World Cup win, that famous Theodore Tapper Whitmore goal that gave us that victory. And now, you know, you're onlooking at a Japan team that has developed leaps and bounds and can now go toe-to-toe with a team like the Dutch. So more excitement. I've been loving it, and trust me, the World Cup is just getting started, and this is just the first weekend of it. I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
First weekend indeed, but there are still massive names to grace the field. There's Spain, there's France, there's England, there's Portugal, and even reigning champions Argentina. Who are you most excited to see?
I must confess, TK, there are many persons who believe that, the World Cup didn't begin until Brazil stepped on the park. And I'm not sure if you're one of those persons. I'm not quite sure where your allegiance lies. But for me personally, I believe the Spanish team really piques my interest because of their European title that they won with a young budding superstar in Lamine Yamal. The World Cup is a bigger stage than the Euros, so I'm quite interested in seeing what he can produce and lead that team at such a young age on a stage like this. So I would have to say the Spanish team, and they are actually in action later today, so we'll see them against Cabo Verde. So the Spanish team is definitely piquing my interest, but the Le Bleu, the France team is undeniably an attraction in and of themselves. So they have a lot of star power and quite a few players that can excite. But I'll give the edge to Spain. I'm really interested in seeing them.
When last you were here, Kimani, you were talking to me a little bit about those issues off the field that were causing a great deal of problems. Would you say that it seems that those issues have died down a bit now?
You know what, TK? I mentioned the last time we spoke about the fact that once the ball starts rolling, once the excitement begins, those issues will probably fall on the back burner. They might be less prominent in the minds of supporters and those viewers. But, I think the latest one would be the fact that Ghana will have to make do, it's seeming like, without their star CDM, their central defensive midfielder, Thomas Partey, because he will be prevented from entering Canada due to some charges that, are against him. Of course, those charges are a big deal. It's unfortunate for him. It's unfortunate for Ghana. Of course, those are sexual assault, amongst other things, for Thomas Partey. So from a Ghana perspective, from a footballing perspective, for a player to be excluded due to those questionable charges he has pending, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, of course, because there's a human there, but also the seriousness of those charges cannot be ignored. But from a Ghana perspective and from a tournament perspective, the fact that Ghana might have to make do without one of their most standout players, it's a bit of a tough one. But again, Ghana could go and win that game and all is well. We forget about it. But, it's the World Cup, so you're going to have drama, you're going to have storylines, and we're here for the drama and storylines. Am I right?
Not only are we here for it, we want to hear all about it. So, of course, the conversation continues on CVM's Fan Central Extra Time, courtesy of our sponsor, Pepsi. So thanks so much for stopping by, Kimani, and we'll be sure to tune in so that we can hear more, yeah?
For sure, TK, and I just want to say again, for Fan Central Extra Time, it's been a magnificent time. We've been having some very popular fans, some very insightful discussions with Coach Jermaine Thomas, amongst others. So tune in and bring a Pepsi, bring a friend, tell a friend to tune in to Fan Central Extra Time.
All right, perfect. Bring a friend, bring a Pepsi. I like it. Thanks so much, Kimani. That's it for the morning news. But of course, join us at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah. Yo, what are you? We have to be. Oh, man, no, brother, no, man. You don't see you ever play ref? No, the game, no play. Yeah, but ball game. No, I said, place when you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, Bridging. No shake on, I can play a little ball, Bridging. Really, have to shake on? Yeah, man, and no badness, Bridging. Just live good, man. Come together, I make the violence done.
best enjoyed with your hands. Enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Taste it, eat it, drink it, applaud it. The 27th staging of the Jamaica Observer Tabletop Through the Walls, the Caribbean's premier culinary event powered by MasterCard, takes place Thursday, June 25, East Lawrence, King's House. Our one-night-only evening of excellence in food creation, service, and event decor is sponsored by Sagicor, Tasty, Tourism Enhancement Fund, Heineken, HL Automotive, The Best Dressed Chicken, Water, Appleton Estate, Rainforest Urban Development Corporation, Main Event, Island Car Rentals, Fire 105 FM, and Edge 105 FM. Must be 18 years and older. Drink and live responsibly.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
For years, Jamaica has been operating at just about 50% of the blood donations needed to meet national demand. That means for every 2 persons who require blood, only 1 donation is available. And the truth is, many of us only think about donating when there's a tragedy. But hospitals need blood every single day. With a single donation, you... Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That a guan pa. What a guan?
Welcome back to Sunrise, my sunrisers. Now listen, with Father's Day being observed, many families are celebrating the love and sacrifices of fathers. But this morning, we're also looking at one of the most important ways fathers can provide for their loved ones through proper estate planning. Many Jamaicans assume their assets will automatically go where they want them to, but without the right legal documents, families can face unnecessary disputes and uncertainty. So joining us for this edition of Law and Order JA is Attorney at Law and Data Protection Officer Shanae Warburton to help us understand inheritance, rights, wills, and how fathers can better protect their family's future. Good morning.
Top of the morning.
Good morning.
You're ready for sunrise this morning, man.
It's so good to have you. And I mean, of course, you know, focusing on fathers and focusing on, you know, these stalwarts in these families who are providing and all these things. Tell me what is important for a father who wants the best for their family, even after they've left, how to make that happen in the way that they envision.
Good morning. Happy Father's Day, pre-Father's Day. I must say, please accept that from me to all the fathers and all the dads. Now, fathers are leaders, head of the household, breadwinners, protectors. And a lot of persons, we think that it stops here in life. But usually, a lot of persons, they fall into issues after a parent has passed, after their father would have passed. And that is because there was not proper estate planning. And I find that as Jamaicans, we have an issue where we are reactive rather than proactive. And in this profession, we have seen where a lot of persons have disputes, the persons you're closest to. You have disputes with your siblings, you have disputes with your mom, you have disputes with step-parents, just because there was not proper estate planning before a parent would have passed, before a father would have passed. So my answer to that question is, fathers, we need to be proactive and invest in succession planning, estate planning. It's very important.
So on this topic of estate planning, I was hearing something recently where I think it was another attorney who said that for a lot of Jamaicans, we don't like make will. We don't like write will. We think say if we write a will, that means so we are sign up for death sentence, we are kill off ourselves. As an attorney yourself, do you find that this actually is a thing, and how problematic has that been for especially families after their loved one has died?
It is a thing. It is a big thing. And the thing about Jamaicans is we realize that our generation, the generation today, we are a lot more educated and a lot more informed than the generation before us. And if the generation before us says, why, me I gonna make the will in a time for my dead, that is what is passed down to us. But we have to understand that making a will, we cannot always associate it, or any at all associate it with anything negative. And that is what we do. In fact, it is actually a positive thing, because wills, it shows that you're a responsible person. It shows intention. It shows that you care. It shows that we love each other. That is what wills do.
So, tell me, you know, we keep hearing, oh, I'm never leave the will, or why I'm only left this for me, not the will, and we throw around the word will. But tell me legally, what is a will? If I just write XYZ on a sheet of paper, and I said, this is what I want, and I put it on, is that a will, or does it have to follow certain steps? Do I have to put it in a certain place? Like, how does an actual will work to be legally binding?
So, simply put, a will is just, it's a document, a legal document that outlines how anybody at all wants their assets to be distributed after their death. However, for it to be valid, it has to have certain elements. You have to have signatures certain places. For example, you have to have 2 witnesses, and the beneficiaries of the will cannot be a witness, or else whatever they're supposed to get is going to be void. You have to have at least 1 executor, and the executor is that person who distributes the assets for the testator. Testator would have died, right? We're learning the term.
Right? We like it. We like
the testator would have died. The executor is that person who is in charge of distributing the assets after the death. So you have to have the executor. You can have up to 4 executors. You have to have your beneficiaries, and you need to know, for example, if you have money in a bank account, put the bank account details in the will so people can know whatever properties you have, outline the properties there, and you have to make it specific. You want to give John your blue car bearing license plate number 123, it's necessary to do that. However, if a will is not, for example, witnessed, and it has to be 2 witnesses, it has to be witnessed in the presence of the testator, of the testator or the testatrix, testatrix, right? And both witnesses have to be present at the same time, right? It's null and void if there aren't the witnesses. And the testator has to sign at a certain place, which is at the bottom of the will. Now, if you cannot read or you cannot write, you still can make a will, right? If you're blind, you still can make a will, because then there's a section that is called a marksman clause. So instead of forcing you to write a signature, then you place an X in that box. But these items are outlined in the law, and if they're not followed properly, then the will is not valid.
So what happens if the father of a household dies? He might have 5 pitney, he might have 2 horses, 3 cars, some goat, some pig, and he doesn't leave a will. What then? What does the law say in terms of how his assets are divided?
All right, so if anyone dies without a will, they are said to have died intestate.
What does that mean?
Intestate means without a will. So estate, intestate, testator, you know, all of it. It sounds the same, right? So if you die without a will, it's called intestacy. And this is no longer governed by the Wills Act, it's now governed by the Intestacy, Estates and Property Charges Act. And this act outlines how these assets are going to be distributed. So if you want to work for your things them and then decide you want government to decide who must get what and how it must be shared, then that is what is going to happen. So the act actually has an order of priority. Right? So you die without the will, then your assets are going to be distributed based on the order of priority in this piece of legislation. And the order of priority, for example, it has the surviving spouse, and then it goes down to the children or the issues, and it goes down to other relatives, you know, grandparents, well, parents come first. So the parent of the deceased. And then you have other eligible relatives, brothers, half-brothers, aunts, uncles, grandparents. That is how it's distributed. So it's quite explicit in the act how it's distributed if you die without a will.
Well, all right. So now let's say we have the will is set up. Can a will be challenged after the person has passed?
Yes, it can be challenged. Jamaicans challenge wills all the time. but this is who we are as a people, right? But for example, if somebody wants to think that a certain person didn't have capacity, because for example, for the will to be valid, you have to have capacity. For example, you have to be at least 18 years old, right? So if somebody thinks you don't have capacity, they can challenge it. If they think it was signed by coercion or fraud or anything of the sort, then it can be challenged, right? Now, the thing about it is you always have a right to challenge whatever you want in this life, in this world, right? What happens is, or what's important is, how successful are you going to be? Yep.
So earlier you mentioned a priority list in terms of, you know, if this individual doesn't leave a will, then the government will divide it up based on a priority list, the spouse, then the children. What about children who are born outside of the marriage? Are they also considered priority on that list?
Yes. So if a child is not born within that marriage, it's still the father's child.
Okay.
So the father not being married to that child's mother is not a ground for the child to be left out of the father's inheritance. It doesn't happen like that.
All right, so somebody is watching you and saying, all right, catch me afraid. I was nervous about, but now I'm ready to write this will.
Yes.
You know, I'm sitting down to write this will. What do I need? Do I need documents? Do I need, what do I need in order to put my will together? Like get my assets together, I need to get, you know, things like that.
Right. So for example, if you're going to put anything regarding a company or your business in your will, just know where the articles of incorporation would be, where the business documents are going to be, the bank account details, you need to have that. If you have properties, like properties that are not mortgaged, you need to ensure that you know where the title is, because then it's a whole other thing doing lost title application and the things them. And you don't want to put your children through that or your wife through that, right? So everything that you want to put in the will, you need to have it, you need to know where it is, and then you need to come to us with it, because as I said earlier, the will has to be specific. It's best for it to be specific, and if you're not privy to the information, or if you don't remember, or if you can't locate it, then it's going to be hard for you to come and tell me explicitly what needs to go in there.
So I know we're speaking about the fathers in this context, and you know the men of the household. But I'm just somebody like me or a next young person. We don't know this and that in our name, but say we have one sweetie and we own the sweetie there. Can we create a will and say if me dead, the sweetie have to go to this X person?
Most definitely.
We don't have to wait till we get big house and big car.
No. And it is not recommended to ever wait, because if that's the sweetie there, which is like one melon sweetie kind of thing, I like the melon sweetie, right? If that means so much to you, you wouldn't want to know that after your passing, then it's just swept around or it's just thrown away kind of thing. No, when you get the melon sweetie, and you love me and you give me it, you pass it to me, right? Now, when you get the melon sweetie, you put it in a will, and then next week you get one cheese patty. Then you revisit the will and add the cheese patty to the will. So how it's best for it to be done, every time you have an important life decision or a life change, for example, a marriage, you would have acquired another significant asset, a death, another child has been born, it's best to revisit the will.
Okay, nice.
Already for my assets. All this talk make me want some assets. You know what I mean?
You're looking like you have some assets though.
From 2 million, from a trillion, you know what I mean? I'm telling you. All right, so for that person is ready to write their will and stuff, you know, you're saying you recommend definitely contacting a lawyer and having them walk through the process with you.
Yes, because we've seen too many persons with wills that are not valid wills.
And if I want to do something to ensure that there's no disputes or anything, just come to a lawyer.
Yes.
Write down everything.
Yes.
Make it clear.
Yes.
Make it specific. And you don't have to tell people before you pass what is in your will, no so?
Correct.
You can keep it to yourself and they will find out after you've passed.
And if you don't know what you need to go to the lawyer, still go to the lawyer first. And the lawyer will tell you. And then you can come back. Don't be scared to go to the attorney because you're not sure what you're supposed to bring.
Perfect.
That is why we do consultations.
Hello,
and some of us offer complimentary consultations.
Speaking of consultations, remember I gave viewers them your info. TK, I said to myself a while ago, say, I'm so tired of hearing about argument with people that fight over deadlift.
Man.
I'm so tired. I think this conversation and conversations like this one is very, very, very important. But for persons who would want to reach out to you after seeing you on the show, probably to get some more information or probably to help them set up their will, how can they reach you, Shani?
Social media, Beauty and the Bar, BEAUTYY. So it's Beauty and the Bar, but the Beauty has 2 Y's.
Okay.
And our contact information, consult at warlaw.info. That's CONSULT at WARLAW.info. And our phone number is 876-234-1174.
Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much. Many thanks to our guest,
Thank you for
Attorney at
having
Law
me.
and Data Protection Officer Shanae Warburton, for helping us explore inheritance rights and the importance of estate planning for Jamaican families. People who go write the will, go write the will. Now, of course, we have to mention our sponsor, the Ministry of Justice. Correct me, producer. National Security and Peace for sponsoring or supporting this segment. Very, very pertinent topic that we need to be discussing. And we need to continue to have conversations like this one, TP.
For sure.
Especially in the Jamaican context.
For
We're too afraid of them conversations.
For sure.
Yeah, we need to tighten up. Jamaica, stop. When you heard Carlton earlier, stop the foolishness. All right, it's time for a break. When we return, we're turning our attention to some exciting prizes with Sunshine Snacks and their Score to Win promotion. We'll be right back.
For years, Jamaica has been operating at just about 50% of the blood donations needed to meet national demand. That means for every 2 persons who require blood, only 1 donation is available. And the truth is, many of us only think about donating when there's a tragedy. But hospitals need blood every single day. With a single donation, you
For the moments that are best enjoyed with your hands, enjoy them with a KFC Big Deal or Big Bucket. KFC, it's finger licking good.
It all begins here. Athletics Championships, June 26 and 27. Don't miss it.
Employers, your heart contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is...
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation. Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang at
What a guan? What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan pa. What a guan?
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Go!
It's all about our store with Sunshine, supermarket takeover tour.
Thanks for staying with us on Sunrise. Now, with the excitement of football season building, Sunshine Snacks is giving Jamaicans even more reasons to celebrate. Their Score to Win promotion is giving customers the chance to walk away with fantastic prizes, from a PS5 and a television to restaurant vouchers and even an exclusive watch party experience. I'm talking my language, you know. Free things, DK. Joining us this morning to tell us all about it is marketing manager at Sunshine Snacks, Chantel Hill. Daniel Ho.
Yes.
Daniel Ho, brand manager of Sunshine Snacks. Sunshine Snacks is on Sunrise. Sunshine on Sunrise.
Sunshine on Sunrise. Say that 3 times fast. Sunshine on Sunrise.
Sunshine on Sunrise.
Sunshine at Sunrise. Okay, you win. Daniel, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
It's so good to have you. You know, I'm really looking forward to hearing about the promotion itself. But before we get into the promotion itself, Sunshine Snacks is almost it's a household name here in Jamaica. Your offerings are vast. The children need you in their lives, and some adults as well. You know what I mean? Some of us, you know what I mean? But tell me, what inspired this promotion to even begin with?
Well, you know, we're big football supporters at Sunshine Snacks. So we support the Jamaica Football Federation, we support the Reggae Boys, we support the Reggae Girls, and we also go in the grassroots to support the Jamaica Premier League. So when we say football, we mean football on every level, which made this World Cup campaign super important for us. We were hoping the boys would make it. They didn't quite make it, but that's not going to stop us from going all out and showing love for football, because that's what we do here. We're a football country, and we know that Jamaicans love football, and we at Sunshine love football as well. So it was a natural pairing for us.
So speaking of football loving and all of that now, so one of the prizes is being able to be a part of a watch party. Talk to me about that experience.
Well, we know that the World Cup games is a big thing, especially the finals. People are going to bring out their family and their friends, especially if some of your favorite teams are playing. Is it Brazil? Is it Argentina? Are we going to see CR7 getting his first ever World Cup trophy? So we know that this final match is going to be a big deal. We wanted to make it extra special for one of our winners. So we're having a big watch party at Football Factory, and we're giving you the ultimate VIP experience for you and 10 of your friends. So we're talking food, vibes, having fun with the Sunshine team, and being in a space where we can really celebrate the love of football, the love of the game, and really have fun and just witness this auspicious moment all together as fans of football and lovers of the sport.
So suppose Suppose I'm not the winner of the we can still come and watch party. We can still get in.
Everyone is welcome to our watch party.
Okay.
We'll have 3 of them happening in Montego Bay, Ocherous, and Kingston. So we're coming across the island. So this promotion isn't just taking us into the supermarkets and into the retail space. We're also taking the love of the game to the streets. So we'll be in Montego Bay for one of the semi-finals. We'll be in Ocherous for another semi-final. And then our finals is going to be in Kingston at the Football Factory. So when I say you can come out and enjoy some football with the Sunshine Snacks team, I mean that there are going to be lots of ways for you to come on the road, come and join us and win big. So not only in our Score to Win promotion happening all across the island, but also if you come to a pop-up where we are, you can win big as well.
So let's put her on the spot now, TK.
Let me hear it.
So for the watch party now, say you could have keep a watch party with 3 football legends. Who would they be?
Ooh, I like this one.
And why?
And why? Okay, so for me, it would be Thierry Henry.
Okay.
Because I'm from the generation that got to see Thierry Henry play football at his heights, and now to see him move into coaching, it's just been an amazing thing to watch. It would be the legendary Maradona. I'm a Jamaican. And I love the sport, and I also love the fact that he is a grassroots player. And then my last player is the one that I got the pleasure of meeting myself, which is Neymar Jr. in Brazil. He would be my last guy. I think he's so fun. He's so skillful on the field. And I just love the passion that he brings to the sport. So that's my 3. A French guy, an Argentinian, and a Brazilian. Fight me if you want. Fight me if you want. But that's my 3, and that for me would be the best day ever.
I don't think they're going to war you for that one.
No, man. 3 living legends that in a 3 living legends.
I don't think so. I'm not thinking about it.
Due to, I don't know who the first 2 are.
You don't know Thierry Henry and Maradona?
Neymar are the only name I know.
Okay.
To be fair, I'm here to be.
This is a judgment-free zone.
I'm not a sport.
This is a judgment-free zone, and we will love
you. Is that safe space?
We love you anyway. Danielle, tell me, how exactly do I enter this promotion again? I think it ran in the video, but how does it work?
Sure. All right. So if you go to any retailer that you can get a receipt at, and I want to be specific that you have to be able to get a receipt. So we know that your corner shop sells Sunshine Snacks, and we know that your wholesale sells Sunshine Snacks, but if they aren't able to give you a receipt, you're not able to enter the competition.
And not the calculator receipt that just have the
calculator receipt,
right? The product.
Because what you do is you go into your supermarket to purchase $1,000 or more of Sunshine Snacks before tax. So for persons who are out there wondering, what's $1,000 worth of snacks, Daniel? That's 2 combo packs. So if you know our big, we're the king of the combo pack, right? Everyone knows that red combo pack. That's 2 of those combo packs. And if you're a parent, you know you're going through 2 of those a week, especially during the summer.
Easily.
24 snacks, right? And we also have our brand new combo pack, which is our premium combo pack. We have new snacks in there as well. It will retail for about $800. So if you pick up a red combo and a yellow combo, you more than qualify. And we have to be specific, it's Sunshine Snacks products. So if you are a Sunshine Snacks fan, you know that we have Sunshine cereals. These are not eligible. And we also just launched our Sun Mix Nut Bars, which are a hot fave right now. They're chocolate with granola, nuts. And even though they're really delicious, we can't have them eligible here for this promotion. So we're talking cheesies, we're talking about Zumas, we're talking about Ripples, we're talking about peanuts, Sun Mix. That's the products we're talking about here. You purchase $1,000, you take a picture of your receipt, you head to www.scorewithsunshinesnacks.com and you upload your receipt, you enter your name, your contact information. AI does the rest. We pick a winner once for the next 5 weeks, starting this Friday. 5 winners every week. So we're looking at over 25 prizes that we're giving away in the next 5 weeks, ranging from $150,000 cash, cold hard cash, the watch party, not 1, not 2, but 3 PS5s. We're giving away flat screen TVs, restaurant vouchers, hampers, speakers, coolers, fan. Listen, prizes on top of prizes, on top of prizes this summer.
We
have over $1 million in prizes, and we really wanted to, especially after all of the tragedy from Hurricane last year, we wanted to really energize the market and really get people excited to shop again this summer. And we know you're going to be spending the money anyway, so might as well, every time you shop, you get a chance to win. So you have multiple entries. You're not limited to one entry this summer. And your entries roll over. If you enter this week and you don't win, enter again next week. You then have 2 entries into the competition.
Oh, it rolls. So the old one rolls into
it's going to roll over. Yes.
So entries are already open?
Entries are already open.
When's the deadline?
We end our last draw on the 18th of July, which is the day before the World Cup. So that's our final draw. That's the big grand prize draw. So the person is going to find out at that point in time that tomorrow they're going to win this grand watch party experience. But if you did not win that experience and you're a winner leading up, you would have won a TV, cooler, snacks. We have a projector system, home theater system given away. I feel like at the end of the competition, you can host your own party if you don't win the watch party. All you have to do is buy the snacks, go to our website and win. And if you don't have access to our website and you have WhatsApp, text SCORE to 875-9916 and you get an entry into the competition.
Give them the number there again.
That's 876-875-9916.
Okay. So talk to us. You said the entries are already open. What's the take-up been like from Jamaicans so far?
Jamaicans are excited about this promotion. We've had an overwhelming response from the public. We've been out in the streets. We've been to Falmouth, Ocho Rios. We were in St. Mary promoting this. And if you follow us on social media, Sunshine Snacks JA, you'll see where we've been next. And people have loved it. They've won balls. They've had our kickoff, our kick the chip challenge that shows accuracy. I see some big ballers coming out to the supermarkets, winning lots of prizes, coolers, etc. And we've been able to meet some people and talk to them about some of their favorite Sunshine Snacks products. We just launched our Ole Blue Blaze, which is our hottest blue chip. It turns your tongue blue. It's spicy. It's our spicy chip. So we've had lots of people coming out to try that for the first time, and they've been so excited. And also I've met a lot of little ballers, a lot of kids who just show their love for the game. They're repping their favorite team. A lot of kids said, I'm going to be the next CR7. I'm going to be the next Mbappe. So I'm seeing lots of love for the sport and lots of love for the brand. So we're very excited to be on the road.
I love that. So $1,000 worth of Sunshine Snacks before tax. Take a picture, send in the picture of the receipt
to score with SunshineSnacks.com.
Okay, and then see there, watch party, and you see when you win the TV and all those things, just call me. Hit me up on social media. I will come. All right, Sunrisers, it's definitely winning season, so be sure to get in on the action. Many thanks again to our guest, Daniel Howe, brand manager of Sunshine Snacks. We're heading to the break, and when we come back, we're observing World Elder Abuse Awareness Day with an important discussion about protecting Jamaica's seniors. Stay with us.
Thank you very much.
Go!
It's all about our store with Sunshine supermarket.
So life nice when you eat good. Natural feed, fresh grass, no stress. Stress? I don't know her. They say happy cows make better milk. Well, just look how happy we are. And I'm sure you can taste the difference. So move to the best milk ever. True milk.
Welcome to the Pepsi Football Nation.
Rule number 1, it's called football, not soccer.
Rule number 2, they should get rid of VAR.
No. Every decision should go to VAR.
Write this down. Pepsi should be the official drink of the nation.
I love that. They won't agree on anything.
That's where Rule 100 kicks in. Everything gets settled on the pitch. What about you? What rule would you want?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan? What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a one! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
Welcome back to Sunrise. Thanks so much for staying with us. Now, in observance of World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, we're shining a light on an issue that often goes unnoticed. Abuse, neglect, exploitation, and isolation are realities many older persons face. And it's a conversation we simply can't ignore. So joining us this morning is Board Director of the Caribbean Community of Retired Persons, Patricia Reed-Waugh, to discuss the work of the organization and the support systems needed to protect our elderly population, even though she's not looking a day over 17 and a half.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you. Physically, unfortunately, mentally, I am not well. I got a report yesterday. Somebody sent me a voicemail yesterday that her elderly father-in-law, she went to see him. He had a wound at a nursing home. He had a wound, and he said that he was hit by one of the staff there. Yes, wow. And she took him to the doctor, and the doctor confirmed that the wound was one from trauma.
How much of an issue is this, elder abuse across Jamaica?
Well, for instance, a couple months ago, we had a gentleman that actually fell in a massive hole on a bridge. So, there's no protection for people. We had a video circulating of a policeman allegedly assaulting an 80-odd-year-old. We had a bearer the other day who was robbed and killed, elderly person. So, and we have this abuse going on in homes. We have, and not just physical, financial also, and mental abuse going on in homes, going on by family members, in nursing homes. And incidentally, the nursing home that the person who sent me the voice note about, I went online and saw that it was not registered, not licensed by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So, the CCRP is going to have to take up that case today.
And that's what I was going to ask you, especially from the CCRP, what can happen in these, we have these circumstances that, okay, it's either reported or you hear about. what are some of the next steps that can even be taken in situations like this?
Well, when people send information like that to us, we would normally liaise with check with the police, liaise with the National Council for Senior Citizens, who, you know, we work very closely together with. But the bottom line is that we need legislation in this country to protect our elderly, just in the same way that we have one for child protection. We need one for the elderly, because remember, you know, the child is at that end of the spectrum and the elderly is at the other end of the spectrum. Both are vulnerable, and so we need to protect them.
For context for our viewers, for those who may not necessarily have ever heard about CCRP, talk to me about the organization and what it is that you guys do.
CCRP is an organization of about 12,000 members. We do advocacy. We have different programs, different activities. It's supporting the population, the senior population. Of course, our age starts at 40, because we want you 40-year-olds to understand that you are going to be getting there. So, you know, we want you to understand the challenges and so on. So we start at 40, but it's an advocacy. It's a great organization. It's an advocacy organization. It is we have seminars, we have webinars, we have you know, different activities, and it's a great tribe to be a part of.
Bringing it back to the abuse that we were discussing, you know, maybe what are some things that family members, friends, community members can look out for? Because sometimes abuse is so it's so subtle. And then of course you kind of say, boy, I want to mind my business, I don't want to be fast, and you know, you have that culture as well. So how can maybe people who are not directly involved with this person, maybe some signs we can look out for?
Well, certainly, you know, the physical signs. If there is, if somebody has an injury that you figure they ought not to have, and you know, sadness. If you see somebody who is constantly sad, you can look out for that. If you see somebody that is left alone, who you don't think should be left alone, and you know, that is the sort of thing you can do. I should point out that in terms of legislation, there is we are rooting for this Elderly Care and Protection Act, and in fact, the whole process started with Senator Floyd Morris passing a resolution in the Senate, supported by Senator Shireen Golden Campbell, and a Senate committee was set up, chaired by Senator Golden Campbell. Submissions were made from stakeholders, important stakeholders like Professor Eldemeyer Shearer, from psychiatrists, Dr. Kazar, ourselves, and the National Council for Senior Citizens. We went to the Senate committee, made our submissions, and the matter now is it's now to move into the Senate committee, made their report. So it is now to move to the parliamentary process where legislation is drawn, and we really need that legislation to be done.
And that's wonderful work, and of course it will have far-reaching, you know, benefits and things for the entire country. You know?
And we have to remind our parliamentarians that they're going to get old too.
Aren't we all? Well, that's a blessing. If you are blessed, you do get older. So if somebody wants to support the CCRP, you know, they want to be a part of this mission, they are also passionate about it. How can they either reach out or join the organization, or how does that work?
CCRPonline.org. That is our website, and all you have to do is just Google CCRP and you will see all of the contact information there. And I am going to encourage everybody who is 40 years old to come and be a part of the CCRP, right?
Well, I'm 26, but I'll still see if I can get in, you know?
That's right. I know that's right.
And the membership fee, the annual membership fee is just $3,000 for the year.
For the year.
And we have over 100 discount partners. Even Burt's Auto Supplies gives us 15% discount.
As members.
So, yes.
Patricia, we're ready.
Yeah.
We're ready. Thank you.
I really wish we had more time for this
Yes, I want more time to talk to you, but unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think we actually talk about this enough.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And especially young people who go on like, we're the hottest things. Exactly. We're the hottest things in sliced bread and don't think about the implications that will come later down, and we don't think about it.
I think what you can do as news people is to help us advocate for that legislation.
And on that note, I'm going to talk to you right as the show finishes.
Yeah, you're talking to the right person, Patricia.
Many thank you to our guest board director of the Caribbean Community of Retired Persons, Patricia Reed Waugh, for helping us explore the realities of elder abuse and the importance of supporting and protecting our seniors. Thanks so much again, Mrs. Reed Waugh. That's a wrap for the show this morning.
Can you imagine?
I know.
We just feel sad sometimes when we finish, but at the same time, go work. So just like that, we've come to the end of another edition of Sunrise. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. Of course, I was TK Dawkins, and this is
Moy Habriot.
And we'll see her again soon, all right? All right.
Tomorrow, yeah.
We'll do it again tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, have a safe, productive, and absolutely wonderful day. And Amoy and I will see you tomorrow. Right, friend? Right, friend?
Bye, guys.
Ensuring what matters most. The time by Hawkeye is 8 a.m.
The following program has been rated PG-13 and is suitable for viewers over the age of 13 years.